now it's open.
Okay, good to see you, Aras. How are you? How is everything?
Good, thank you.
So, are you doing your homework, Aras?
Which homework? The
Last time.
checking the. I sent it.
Yeah, I mean,
But
this chapter 1 exercises, I sent you 3 homework. Did you receive
no,
those
I forgot
files?
it because this week our school started. Because it was not a holiday, then it started. I was busy. I forgot it.
Okay. So now your school started, right?
Yes.
This is the first week.
Yes. No, I mean after the holiday. It was
Hmm.
for Halloween, then it's now school.
Okay. Okay, Aras. Yeah, so because if you do your assignments and if everything is okay, at that time I can see how much actually you understand this topic. If everything is okay, we can just go and we can actually study a bit faster. If you're struggling with questions, I may just slow down, okay, and we may practice more questions. That's why I should know actually you can do all the questions, or you have some difficulty in solving questions, okay. You need to try, okay, to do the assignments on time. I mean, at least a few questions, okay. Otherwise, math, if you want to learn math well, you have to solve problems, as many problems as possible. That is the only way to learn math, because just watching and listening to me here, you cannot make any progress. So if you want to improve your math, okay, you listen to me and we study here, we have some discussion here. After that, you have to solve problems yourself. And when you're solving this, I mean, the questions at that time, you can see the true picture, how much you understand. Okay. So that means that if you can solve the questions, that means that everything is fine. So we can just go to the next topic. If you're struggling with some questions, then we need to practice more questions together. Okay, Arat?
Okay.
Arat, last time, if you remember, we were solving problems involving quadratic equations. We did a few questions, and these are the questions we did, and we stopped here. And I would like to solve a few more questions, okay? And after that, today we will start a new chapter if you have time. If you do not have time, maybe next time. Actually, because we didn't have class on Tuesday due to some reason. So
My
again, we will continue solving questions involving quadratic equation. Okay, Arad, you read the question and you tell me how you understand, and I will write down here and we solve together. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
Sorry. A
Read this
group of
question.
a group of students is on a sightseeing tour. The total fare is $120, and this is to be shared equally among the students. If two more students join the tour, each will pay $2 less. Find the original number of students in the group.
Okay. So did you understand anything?
Yes,
What did you understand?
that the number of students should be X. A group of students on so the fare is to be equally shared among the students. 120 divided by X is the number of students.
Okay, very good. Anyway, here we have a
And
group of students. We have two situations here, right? We are considering two situations here. Number one, number two. In the first case, we are considering that a group of students is on a sightseeing tour. But in the question, it says that find the original number of students in the group. We are looking for this. And let's say a group of students, and since we are talking about natural numbers, usually let's just say n. So here we have n students, right? Each person pays some amount. Let's say each person pays X dollars. And what is the total fare? Total fare is $120. So in total, it will be $120. That means that you are arranging a bus. Maybe you are going to visit some historic place and you ask the bus driver, how much do you charge? And the bus driver says that actually I don't count the number of students. Okay, bus, actually you have to pay $120. So now, as students are coming, we have to share the cost or fare equally. In the second part, if two more students join the tour, but in this case, now we have not n students, n plus 2 students, right? If two more students join the tour, then each will pay $2 less. In the first case, everybody was supposed to pay X dollars. Now, in the second case, because more students are coming, each person should pay less. Actually, we call this in math inverse proportion because n times X always $120. If we have more students, each student pays
Yes.
less, right? If we have less students, then each person should pay more. So here we have each person should pay X minus $2, but still they are sharing $120, right? That's a problem. Now, what is the question? We need to find N. So here we need to eliminate X from these equations. So from the first one, continue. What is
And
X? X equals 120, right? Over N.
it's not better to find n, like to write n is equal to 120 over x, then substitute n to that equation.
Yes, substitute and simplify, and we can solve the equation, right? So here we have, let me just write, and maybe I will finish. We don't have to write everything here. N plus 2. What is X? 120 over N minus 2. On the right-hand side, we have 120. Okay.
Now we open bracket.
Okay, now we should, if you just multiply here, we have A times A plus B times C plus D, something, right? So N times 120 over N, that's equal to 120. N times negative 2 minus 2N. 2 times 120 over N, that is plus 240 over N. And 2 times negative 2, that is minus 4, that's equal to 120. So this 120, they cancel each other. And also let's multiply both sides by n. What we have here, minus 2n squared, minus here we have 4n plus 240. That's equal to 0, right? Or if you divide both sides by negative 2, because still we can simplify this, n squared plus 2n minus 120 is equal to 0. Quadratic equation. Let's see here, since n is a natural number, we can solve this by factorization. And what are the two numbers whose product is negative 120 and their sum is 2? Those numbers are 12 and minus 10. 12 plus minus 10. So here we have n minus 10 times n plus 12 is equal to 0. Here n equals 10 or n equals negative 12. And since n
Negative.
represents the number of students, it cannot be negative, right? So this answer is rejected. So what is the answer? The original number of students was 10 students, or just 10. Okay, good. All right, let's read this question.
Should I read?
Yes, Aras, read please.
A boat travels 12 kilometers upstream, sorry, and back in 1 hour 45 minutes. If the speed of the current is 3 kilometers per hour throughout, find the speed of the boat in still water, giving your answer correct to three significant figures. That was a kilometer.
Okay. So, Ara, did you read it?
Yes,
And did you understand?
I don't understand. Like, what does it mean upstream?
Upstream, here we have, let's say, we have a river here. Okay. Yeah, because this part is lower than this part. So the river is flowing in this direction. Okay. In this direction. So let's say this is point A and this one point is B. Since this part is upper, right? than this part, that means that the water flows from B to A, right? So if you move in this direction, that means that you are traveling upstream. If
Oh,
you're moving in this direction, that means that you are traveling downstream. Downstream means in the same direction with the flow of the water or the stream. Upstream means against the water. It's like there's a wind coming to your face, right? If you walk against the wind, right, you just walk a bit slower, right? But if you walk in the same direction with the wind, that means that it's also pushing you, right? You can walk much easier. It is something like this.
and the current is the wind,
Sorry?
and the current is speed of the current is the flow of water. Yes.
Yeah, the current is 3 meters per hour throughout. That means that the water is flowing at this speed. That
So
means that
this
if you put
quadratic.
a small boat made from paper, for example, just put it on the water, right? It has no engine, anything. That means that in 1 hour, it travels 3 kilometers. Okay. So now the question is clear, right?
Yes, but is it quadratic? Because we don't have any x.
Yeah. Now you'll see, look, a boat travels 12 kilometers upstream and back in 1 hour and 45 minutes. So actually the boat travels how many kilometers? In total, it is 12 kilometers, right? So what is the
In
distance between A and B? So the distance between A and B, let's say is equal to D, that's equal to 6 kilometers, right? Because you go from A to B and after that B to A, your total distance is 12 kilometers.
yes.
So, and back in 1 hour and 45 minutes. So when you're moving back, let's say moving, okay. All right. If the speed of the current is 3 kilometers per hour throughout, find the speed of the boat in still water, giving your answer correct as three significant figures. So what is the speed of the boat? Let's say this x kilometers per hour. So now we know that we are just using distance from what is distance? Distance equals average speed times time, right? And
Yes.
from A to B, that means that you are traveling against the current, right? So that means that's actually there's a resistance of the current. So here our distance, what is the distance? 6 kilometers. So speed is both speed minus also speed of the current. It is flowing against you. So that will be here x minus 3. And time taken from A to B, let's say it is t. That's
X.
equal to 6. And how about traveling from B to A? B to A, now you are traveling in the same direction with the current, so that it will be x plus 3. Now, what will be the time here, Arat?
Time it will be t minus 145 minutes minus t.
Very
One
good.
hour 45
So
minutes
immediately
minus.
let's change this. We know that 1 hour and 45 minutes, that's equal to 1 hour and 45 over 60 hours, which is equal to this one is 3 over 4, right? That is 1 and 3 over 4. That's equal to 7 over 4 hours because the speed is given in per kilometer per hour. So we have to change this into hour. Okay. So here, the time spent, right? To travel from B to A, that is the total time, that is 7 over 4, minus time taken for traveling from A to B, that is t. So on the right hand side, actually still the distance is the same. What is the question? We need to find x here, right? So instead of t, from the first equation, what is t? T equals
Divided
6
by
over x minus 3. If I substitute here, then we will get here x plus 3 times 7 over 4 minus 6 over x minus 3. On the right hand side, we have 6. Okay?
yes.
So now, so of course, we don't know is a quadratic equation or not, but we are hoping that it is the equation reducible to quadratic equation.
It is, I think.
So if you continue from here,
x times 7, 4, and x times 6
Yeah,
over x
x times that is equal to 7 over 4x.
x.
Okay, and x times this, that's equal to minus 6x over x minus 3. Now 3 times 7 over 4 plus 21 over 4, and 3 times this, that's equal to minus 18 over x minus 3. On the right hand side we have 6. Okay,
Yes.
so we can simplify this. How? As you see
Yes.
here, we have x minus 3, common denominator. Also, you can take this 6 to the side. What we have here? Here we have 7 over 4x
X
minus,
minus
here we have 6x
6.
minus 18, right? So I can write it as 6 times x plus 3 over x minus 3. Why? Because 6 minus 6x minus 18, negative 6 is a common factor. So inside we have x plus 3. Plus, how about this? 21 over 4 minus 6, which is equal to 24. 21 minus 24 minus 3 over 4. So here we
3
have
over 4 minus 3
minus
over
3 over 4 is equal to 0. So now, if we multiply both sides by 4 times x minus 3, right? Then we will have something different here. So here we have 7x, and this 4, they cancel each other. And here we have x minus 3 minus 6 times x minus 3 cancel
4
each other. 6 times 4, let me just write here 24. That is 24
x squared minus 9.
x plus 3. Right? Because
Oh,
x minus
that
3, x
cancels
minus 3, they cancel each other. And minus
24.
here, 4 cancels each other. So here we have 3,
3.
x minus 3. On the right hand side, we have 0.
Yes.
So now we can simplify this. And the 7x squared minus 21x minus 24x, 24 times 3, it is minus 72, minus 3 times x, minus 3x, minus 3 times minus 3, plus 9. That's equal to 0. And
Teacher, you forgot. Oh, you did it. Sorry.
is it correct? 7x
Yes.
squared minus 21x minus 24x minus 72 minus 3x plus 9. Okay, 7x
I just
squared. So here we have 7x squared minus 21 minus 24, it is minus 47 minus 45 minus 45 minus 3 minus 48 minus 48x, and here we have minus 72 plus
minus
9, that
63
is minus 63. That's equal to 0. Now actually here we have quadratic equation,
divided by 7.
and you know how to solve this. Delta is equal to 48 squared. Because of this minus, here we have plus 4 times 7 times 6 is 3. And we can evaluate this. And here we have x1 equals 48 plus square root of delta over, what is it, 14. And most probably this x2, it will be negative, so this will be rejected. Since it's speed, it must be positive. Okay, if you evaluate this, and we will get the answer. Let me,
Okay.
uh, do you have calculator?
Yes, now I will. 1 second.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
48.
we can calculate at the same time. Fraction 48 plus square root of 48 squared plus 28 times 63
Equal to
over
280
how
point
much?
something. 218.677729. Around 2.18.7. Yeah.
No. Did you calculate this x1? Arat?
Yes.
What is x1?
218.7.
No, it's wrong. I got 7.98.
7.9.
This
Ah,
40,
sorry. I forgot. Yes,
48 plus
yes.
square root of 48 squared plus 4 times 7 times 63 over 14.
No, I did in the calculator multiplication wrongly. I
Uh,
forgot the.
okay, once again, calculate. Let me see. I just want to make sure that we got the same answer.
No, it is the same. 7.98.
Okay, correct. It says three significant figures, right? So that means our answer is that x equals 7.98 and 43 blah blah. And three significant figure means starting from the first non-zero digits, we have to just keep only three digits. So the first non-zero digit is 7. So actually these digits are important for us. Significant means important, the most important digits. So here I can write dot, dot, dot. The speed of the boat in still water is, that is 7.98 kilometers per hour.
It's
Okay.
not a lot.
Hmm?
It's not a lot.
Yeah, it's a boat. It's a kind of big boats. Did you ever travel on a boat?
Electrical, the electrical motors, which
Yeah,
they do
usually
like
in
this.
a big boats. For example, in Cambodia, we have a big river, Mekong River. It's very huge river. Sometimes you can just pay like $25. 1 hour you can take a tour. And those boats actually they travel very very slowly. They don't travel fast.
No, I think because it's in the river, there are like these things which they have like the stick and there's something here.
Yeah.
They do. But 7 kilometers is a lot for
Yeah,
them.
maybe that's that kind of boat maybe.
Mhm.
You know that maybe one person just sits and the rows the boat is something like that. And because there are a
Maybe
lot of different types of boat, right? With engine, without engine, with a small and big, depending on the size. But here maybe we're talking about that kind of boat.
engine will be about 30.
Yeah, if sometimes you have a boat, right, with an engine, it can travel even faster than cars. All right, let's continue. Everything's clear, right?
Yes.
Here, the important thing is about understanding the problem and the words, and after that, modeling the question and solving is not so big deal. Because also, if you are learning math in English, also your vocabulary should be good. Sometimes if you don't understand one word, if it is a keyword in the problem, you cannot solve the problem. And
Most
also
of
in
the
this,
time I have this problem.
sorry?
Most of the time I have this problem. Not, I mean, the times which I make mistake mostly is from this one.
Yeah, that's why actually as you practice more and more, you have more experience and also the number of mistakes, right? It gets less and less. That's why we should actually go through as many problems as possible. Okay, let's move to the next question. It's also a similar question.
Make a
Read it.
journey of 240. A motorist make a journey of 240 kilometers from Singapore to Malacca to visit his in-laws at an average speed of X kilometer.
Per
Just
hour.
this? Yes.
Okay. Now you understand, right? A motorist, a guy is riding a motorbike, makes a journey of 240 kilometers from Singapore. And Malacca is in Malaysia, it's a city. And you know that Singapore is a small city. There are a lot of
Yes.
people they travel to Singapore in the morning and come back home to Malaysia in the evening time. Anyway,
Malacca City,
yes, Malacca
but
is a city in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah. So let's say this is Singapore and this one is Malacca. There's Singapore and Malacca. The distance is 240 kilometers. And his speed is X kilometers per hour. Okay. Now the first question. Write down an expression for the number of hours taken for the journey. And we know that it means the time, right? So what is the time? Time equals distance over speed. So from here, the time taken to travel from Singapore to Malacca, then the expression will be T is equal to distance is 240 kilometers and his speed was X. So that is the expression. This thing gives us the time taken, right, to travel from Singapore to Malacca, right?
Yes.
Read the next question.
On his return journey from Malacca to Singapore, his average speed is reduced by 6 kilometers per hour due to the heavy travel at the
Traffic.
causeway. Write down the expression for time taken for the return journey.
Okay. Alright, when you are reading, if there's a full stop, stop. Take a breath, and after that, continue. Okay. On his return journey from Malacca to Singapore, here we have comma, stop a little bit. His average speed is reduced by 6 kilometers per hour due to heavy traffic at the causeway. Stop. And write down an expression for the time taken for the return journey. Okay, again, write down
For
expression for the time, right? So let's say, let me just write, this one is T1, is time taken to travel from Singapore to Malacca. Now, this one is Singapore to Malacca. Now we are talking about this journey from Malacca to Singapore. And let's say the time taken is T2. And it says that on his return journey from Malacca to Singapore, his average speed is reduced by 6 kilometers per hour. So the
X,
distance does not change, right? It is still 240 kilometers, but due to heavy traffic, he has to actually reduce his speed by 6. So now here we have x minus 6. Okay?
yes,
So now if I ask you, Arat, which one is greater, T1 or T2?
T1 or T2, T1.
Are you sure?
Yes,
T2 is greater, right? Because in the
yes.
second case, because of the traffic jam, you are driving slowly. So if you drive slowly, it takes more time, right?
And the denominator is less.
Yeah, that means that this fraction is greater than 240 from the first one. If x is positive, of course. Here x is positive. Okay, let's continue. Read the next question.
If a return journey takes 20 minutes longer from from an equation in X and solve to find the average speed for each journey, giving your answer correct to do two decimal places. It means
Okay,
it should be T1 minus
so
20.
T2 is greater than T1. That means that T2 minus T1, right? The difference is 20 minutes. So everything is in hour. We know that 20 minutes is equal to 1 over 3 hours, right? 20 over 60, that's 1 over 3. So that's equal to 1 over 3. And what is T2? T2 is 240 over x minus 6. So that is 240 over x minus 6 minus, how about T1? It is 240 over x. On the right hand side, we have 1 over 3. So now we have to solve this equation. How do you solve this? Simplify or express these two fractions as a single fraction and cross multiply. So if you do so, let me just continue
This
here.
is called
So the
minus
common
6.
denominator is x minus 6, right? So here we have 240 x
Yeah.
minus 240 x minus 6. On the right hand side, we have 1 over 3. So if you simplify, do we have any other question? No. Okay. I think I better draw a line. Uh, let's draw a nice line. Okay. Okay, no problem. So here we have, alright, if you simplify this, 240x minus 240x, oops,
0.
is 0, and minus 240 minus 6, that's equal to 120, 144, 0 over x squared minus 6x. That's equal to 1 over 3. If you cross
Can you
multiply and take to the left hand side, we will have this equation, x
x
squared
equal
minus
minus
6x
x
minus
minus
3 times
1
144. 3 times 144, that's equal to
3.
4,320. That's equal to 0. Okay, that's a big number, no problem. We can just use a formula directly because now finding two numbers whose product is this negative 4320 and whose sum is negative 6, it may be a bit hard because it's a big number. So directly we can just use a formula. Delta is equal to 6 squared. Because of this sign, it will be plus here, plus 4 times 4320. What is it? 36 plus 4 times 4320. That's equal to 17,316. All right. So here, x1 will be 6 plus square root of 17316 over just 2, right? Which is equal to, we can calculate this. And for sure, this number is big, x2 will be negative, right? So this answer is rejected. Speed must be positive. If you evaluate the first one, 6 plus
8.79.
17,316 over 2. What is it? Correct the two decimal places. It says give your answer correct the two decimal places. Okay, that is
8.8.
68.79. So it is 80. Two decimal places. Because it's 795, right? And that's why if you just round off to um, two decimal places, we will have 78.80. Okay, now what's the question here? Always after you finish this, look back actually at the last question. What actually we are asked to find here. It says that find the average speed for each journey, giving your answer correct to two decimal places, right? So that means that from Singapore Singapore to Malacca, the speed was how much? 68.80 kilometers per hour. And how about from Malacca to Singapore? The speed was maybe just x. It is 6 less, right? It is x minus 6 here.
Can I
So
ask
that
a
is
question?
62.80 kilometers per hour.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question?
Yes,
Like, what was 240? I forgot distance.
it was a distance, right, between Malacca and Singapore.
And x minus 6 was the speed or time?
X minus
Like,
6 was a speed traveling
ah,
from Malacca to Singapore.
mm,
And X was a speed from Singapore to Malacca.
mm, 6.
Okay?
Yes. I just
All right.
confused 1 second. I thought that was the time.
Hmm. Now it's clear, right?
Yes, no, it was just 1 second.
Okay. All right. Another
Calculate.
question. How many questions we have? Okay, two questions left. Okay.
There are two rectangle plots of lands L1 and L2. The difference between the lengths and the weights is
Arab.
of
Then there's a full stop. Stop a little bit. 1 second. Then continue.
because there was two behind. I didn't see it.
Uh,
And width of L1 is 3 centimeter.
it's 3 meters.
3 meters. The length of L1 is 8 meters more than L2. The width of L1 is 5 meters less that of that of is hard than that of L2, and the area of L2 is 250 meters square more than the half of L1. Find the lengths and the widths of L1 and L2.
Okay. And sometimes, intentionally such questions are placed in math books not to confuse students, actually to train students to actually think in a more systematic way. This problem, if you do not think in a systematic way, you cannot solve this. Then that off, then that off, then that off. We have a lot of different conditions here, right? Maybe 3, 4 different conditions. How can we do this? And again, by using the power of algebra. Algebra really, it's a powerful tool. Once by introducing some variables we can find the connections, how these variables are connected to each other. And once we write our equation, the rest is easy, right? So here the most important thing is, number one, introducing a suitable variables to denote the unknowns. And after that, the most important thing is writing the equation. That equation shows how these variables are connected to each other. Okay, now let's continue from the beginning. There are two rectangular plots of land, L1 and L2. Okay, that is, the first one is, let's say this one is L1 and the second one is L2. Okay, the difference between the length and width of L1 is 3 meters. So the
Is
difference
it
between the length of width of L1 is 3 meters, right? What does it mean?
X
We are talking about L1, right? And this is the length of L1 and that's the width. The difference is 3 meters means if, let's say, the width is X meters and the length must be X plus
plus?
3, right? The
Can we say
difference
this
between
one?
length and
Because
width is
when it,
3.
nothing.
Okay,
Yes.
because here it is saying that length minus width of the first rectangular plot, right, is equal to 3
Yes.
using this equation. Continue. And the length of L1, the length of L1, that's X plus 3, right, is 8 meters more than that of L2. So what is the length of this L2? Let's say the
X
length
minus
is this. So that one is 8 meters more than this. So what will be the length of L2? At the time it will be X plus 3 minus 8, right? Because this X plus 3 is the length of L1. And the width of L1, that is X, is 5 meters less than that of L2. So that is
X
the width of L2. Here it is X, 5 meters less. So this should be X plus 5 because it says that the width of L1 is 5 meters less than that of L2. So L2's width must be X plus 5 because X plus 5 is 5 more than X. And so we continue. And the area of L2 is 250 meters squared more than half of that of L1. So let me just write here. This one is, the area is A and area is B, right? And it's saying that the area of L2, that is area of L2 is, okay, that B is
half
equal
of
to
A
250 meters squared more than half of that L1. So what is actual half, then half that of L1? That means that half the area of L1. So the area of L1 is A. Half of A is 1 over 2A and plus, because it says more, so here we have 250. Okay, that means that B is 250 meters squared more than half of A. So that is the most important equation here, right? And after that, if I just substitute, what is the question? Find the length and width of L1 and L2. That means that we need to find X. If I know the value of X, we can know the width and length of A, the width and length of B. Okay, Ara, did you understand the last equation? This B equals 1 over 2A plus 250.
completely.
Did you understand?
Yes, yes.
Good. Now, what is B? B is, we know that the area of a rectangle is just the product of length and width. So that is
X squared
X
minus
plus
24.
5 times, what is the length? X minus
X minus
plus 3 minus 5 is X minus 5. That is X minus 5. On the right hand side, we have 1 over 2 times A. What is A? X times
X
X plus 3.
squared plus
X
3x.
times X plus 3. And here we have 250. Okay, if you we know that on the left hand side, just we have A plus B times A minus B. That's equal to A squared minus B squared. And also if you multiply both sides by 2, so here we have 2 times X squared minus, here we have 25, so here we have 50. On the right hand side, here we have X squared plus 3x. And since we multiplied both sides by 2, so this 250 times 2, it will be 500. Okay,
Can
and
we
take everything to the left hand side.
multiply
2x squared minus x squared, that is x
x
squared.
squared
And here we
plus
have
x
minus 3x and minus 50 minus 500. So here we have minus 550. That's equal to 0. Can we solve this by factorization? I think so,
I
right?
don't think.
This because 550, I don't know. Actually, this 550 I can just divide by 10, it is 55. Divide by 5, it is 11. Divide by 11. So 550 is equal to 2 times 5 times 5 times 11, right?
Yes.
So can we just find two numbers whose product is minus 550 and their sum is negative 3? So from here,
22 and
as you see here,
25.
25 and 22, right?
Yes.
So this one, actually, I can just write it as minus 25 times 22. And this one is minus 25 plus 22. It works. So we can factorize it as x minus
25.
25 and x plus 22, that's equal to 0. From here, x equals 25 or x equals negative 22. And we know that x is just the length, so it cannot be negative number. So this answer is rejected. X is 25. Now I can write here for A and here for B. Actually, it's not A and B. Uh,
L1 and
Let me just write L1 and L2. And here we have length. What is the length of L1? X plus 3, that is 28. And width, it is
25,
25. And how about for L2? Length,
20, 30 and 20.
x plus 5, it is 30. And width, it will be, here we have
Minus.
minus 5, 25, that's equal to 20. Because in rectangle, longer side is the length, right?
Yes.
So that's the answer. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay, read the question. All right.
There is two-digit number such that the sum of its digit is 6 while the product of the digit is one
While,
third, but
say
um, while,
while the product of the digits.
while the product of the digits is 1 over 3, the original number. Find the number.
Ara, do you want to try? Ara, do you have a pen? Can you write on the screen?
On the screen, no. Actually, I had pen, but the thing is not working. The top of it because it
Uh,
broke.
yeah, if you could write on the screen, it would be great because I can see how you solve this problem. Okay, and then Ara, let's solve this
I
together.
work with
Okay,
hand.
huh?
Mine. Actually, I can write with hand.
Can you write on the screen? Can you try? Let me see.
Yes. Should I share your screen?
No, 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 no. In this Zoom, if you just click on the bar, you will see annotate. If you just click on annotate, then you can write on the screen.
Where is it? View option. No, you're viewing.
Here, if you just press this and on the bar, can you see annotate the picture of the pencil next to, in the middle we have share. After that,
Yeah.
annotate the
Record.
pencil's picture.
I have only record.
Yeah, next to record.
Is reactions.
Yeah, actually there's a annotates.
It's
Now,
because you
now,
are
Arat,
work.
Arat, you share your screen with me. I'll show you. Share your screen with me.
Share screen share. Did it come?
Yeah, but I can see only black. Okay, now I can see.
Now, now it's
Okay,
here.
okay. Where's the our class? Zoom.
Draw. Uh, this one is draw.
Okay, okay, wait.
Oh, now it came.
Okay.
Which one? This one? What to draw on?
No, not this one. Where is the zoom? Can you click on the zoom? I can see our screen. Zoom.
You. It's here.
No, now you are on the websites. You see on your bar, click on the zoom. Down. Yes.
Zoom.
Click on it.
Zoom. Stamp eraser formats. I think I don't have. Zoom
No,
mouse.
Arat, can you go down? You see on the bar, click on the zoom.
And okay. Mouse. It's only
Okay.
these two.
Okay. Meeting control. Meeting zoom. Yeah, next to it. Meeting control. Next to it. Next to it. Yes. Click on it.
Yes. I clicked on it.
Okay. Now view options. Can you click on view options?
View options. More. View options.
On view options, you see annotates.
Yes.
Now write on the screen.
But what to write?
Just
Can you
write.
read the question?
Yeah, write something. Just write something. Yes, now I can see. You see?
Yes. And now what to write?
Okay, Ara, did you understand? You can just click on it and you
Yes.
can write on the screen. Now let's try. I'll stop sharing. Okay,
Google
now
Meet
can you
is
see
not
my
there.
screen?
Yes, I can. But
Okay,
the
now
thing,
try. Click on annotate and write. Let me see.
but the problem is now the thing went.
It's still on the bar. Just if you click it, you can see this.
No, when you share a screen, it's there.
No. Still, it's there. The zoom everywhere. It has the same bar, the same functions. Click on view options, and there we have annotates.
Ah, yeah, it is. Okay.
Okay, now write on the screen. Let me see how you write. Just write something.
These two-digit numbers. Can you see?
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
But can you write easily, or it's hard for you to write?
No, I can.
Okay. Okay. Now let's just read the question.
Maybe
There
I
is
try
a
with.
there is a two-digit number such that the sum of its digits is 6, while the product of the digits is 1/3 the original number. Find the number. How do you write this? How do you solve this question?
XY is the number.
Okay, solve it. Let me see. It's so big. Can you write a bit smaller? And now you are writing using the highlighter. Can you change this to pencil?
Okay, 1 second. Erase. Okay. Okay. X plus y is to 6. X y equal to 1/3 of the original number. 1/3. But I don't know what's the original.
Yeah, that's the question. Here, Arad, you need to know one thing here. It's a bit pure math question. How do you write a two-digit number? Like, for example, we have 37, 56, 89. In general, how do you write this? If this one is two-digit number, means it has 2 digits, right? This is our two-digit number. Okay.
Yes.
Usually, how do you write this? That's equal to 10a plus b, right? For example, if you have 37, what is 37? It is 3 times 10 plus 7. If you have three-digit number, let's say it is 235, I can write this 200, this 2 times 100, plus 330, 3 times 10, plus 5. Something like that. If we are given two-digit number, this is how we write it. So now it says that there is a two-digit number such that the sum of its digits is 6. That means here we have A plus B is equal to 6. And while the product of the digits, that is digits are A and B. So A times B is equal to 1/3 the original number. 1/3 the original number. What is the original number? That is this number. It's not multiplied, it's a two-digit number. So that is a question. So now the
Oh,
second part, I can just write it as A times B equals
okay.
1/3. What is this A, be two-digit number? We can write it as 10A plus B, right?
Oh, sorry, then that one shouldn't be x. This one should be. Can we write instead of a x and instead of by?
Yes.
Okay, one second. Draw. Y. Okay, now we substitute.
Alright, when you clear the brackets, this one, alright, it will be, what is it? 10/3A plus, also you should multiply B by 1/3, right? So it will be
Oh, yeah.
A/3, not A. So actually here, Y should be Y/3.
10/3 or b/3?
Y/3, why?
I don't. I
Because your
don't.
number is 10x plus Y, right?
Yes. 10x/3. Can I erase this one? The x plus y is equal to 6.
Yeah, if you erase, everything will be erased. Click on the eraser.
Okay.
No, why the 6/Y?
Hmm? What?
Why did you write that x equals minus 6/Y?
Because I brought. Sorry, it becomes 6 plus 6 minus y.
6 minus Y, right?
No, because with the mouse it's hard to write. It just I confuse 6. I don't know.
And you are writing
6.
so big.
No, because I'm writing with hand and mouse is so hard to write small.
Yeah.
I should have
Yeah, if
tried.
you can write in a pencil. All right, let's do this. Let me just finish it, okay? You just tell
Okay.
me, I will write for you. Can you erase everything?
Yes. Actually, I can write with battery. The tap of the battery sometimes work. On phone it work. I don't. I never work on this one.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, actually now we can find a pen everywhere. It's the $10-15. We can just use that pen. So practical. So all right, let's finish this question, okay? There is a similar question in your assignments. I suggest you to solve those questions. So in general, what you have to understand here is if you are given two-digit number, we should write with a bar. That means that they are not multiplied, two-digit number, which is equal to 10A plus B. In the first condition, it says that A plus B is equal to 6. In the second condition, A times B is equal to 1/3 10A plus B. So we have to solve these equations together. So in the second one, multiply both sides by 3. Here we have 3 times A. What is B? B equals 6 minus A. That's equal to 10A. Instead of B, we can write 6 minus A. So if you simplify this, 3A times 6, 18A. 3A times A minus 3A squared. And here we have minus 10a, 9a, that is minus 9a, minus 6 is equal to 0. Or maybe I should take everything to the right hand side, doesn't matter. So what do we have here? Minus 3a squared and 18a minus 9a, that is plus 9a. And here we have minus 6. Minus 6 equals 0. I think still we can simplify this equation, divide both sides by negative 3. And here we have a squared, 9 over negative 3. Here we have negative 3a, negative 6 over negative 3. That is positive 2. And that's it. And also still we can solve this by factorization, right? Negative 2 times negative 1, that's 2. Negative 2 plus negative 1, it is negative 3. So here we have a minus 1 times a minus 2. That's equal to 0. So here a equals 1 or a is equal to 2. If a equals 1, what is the value of b? And we know that a plus b equals 6, so b should be 5. Or if a equals 2, b should be 4. So here we have two possible answers. Those numbers are either 15 or 24. Both of these numbers satisfy the conditions given in the question. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, Arat, read over today's quotes and we will finish the class.
Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is a national consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. E. James Rohn.
So, what do you understand from this quote?
Like success can happen for everyone.
Success is neither magical nor mysterious. By just saying abracadabra, you cannot be successful, right? You want to be successful in what, for example? You want to be successful in, let's say, tennis, right? You should do some physical exercise. You need to make some, hit the ball, right? Every day you should do some training. Then if you just bring these fundamentals, right, into the play, then you can be successful. For example, if you don't want to be tired quickly, then every morning you have to run or jog, right? If you want to be healthy, you don't have to just, I don't know, and wait from the sky. You need to eat healthy food, right? And you should not maybe eat much fat, and you need to eat more vegetables, something like this. Also, if you want to be successful in math, if you really want to learn math, what is the natural way of learning math? We have to learn something, like have class like this. After that, practice problems, practice problems, practice problems. Then success comes. It is what actually this guy is trying to say here. This is what I understand from this quote. Anyway, Arat,
What was his job? E. James Rohn.
E. James Ron, maybe one businessman. I don't know about him. Sometimes I just choose the quotes from the internet that I like and I share with my students. And here, who actually says usually it's not so important, I think. What is the meaning of this quote? That is important. Also, you can just search on the internet, E. James Wan, who is he? Actually, this guy, I don't know. Arat, this chapter 1, you are in WhatsApp group, right?
Yes.
I already put the questions there. You try to solve a few questions until next class, okay? So that's all
And the
about
last,
quadratic equation. Maybe later we will talk about quadratic equation more detail, but for now that's enough. Next time we will talk about indices and surds, okay? That exponential equations and indices. Okay, all right. If you have
teacher
question
just
anytime, you can write it in WhatsApp. Yes.
which question do you mean you posted? The from E to D? No, E to F.
Now let me show you. Okay. Share my screen. All right. Now here we have WhatsApp, Sasmo 7 1. Okay, S3. You can see right here.
Yes.
So as you see here, this one ABC and one DEF. These two
Yes.
files was your homework.
From A to D.
Yes. And here also I share the answers. You have to solve and check your answer. Is it correct or not? If it is correct, it's okay. But if your answer is actually does not match with the answer key, then you can bring it to the class and we can discuss why your answer is different.
Should I check them?
Otherwise, how do you know that actually your answer is correct or not? Or you solved
Oh,
correctly or
okay.
not? Right? This is how we learn math. Solve it and check the answer. If it is correct, tick. Next question. Solve it, correct. Tick. Next question. If it is wrong, review. Have a look again where you made a mistake. If you
Okay.
can find your mistake, you can bring it to the class and we can discuss together. And this is how we learn math, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, if you don't actually see your mistakes, you cannot improve. You make a mistake, but you don't know that you're making a mistake. How do we learn math? Okay, Arat.
Okay.
Okay, Arat. Then thank you very much. See you next Tuesday. Try to solve at least 20, 30 questions until Tuesday, if you can. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye, Arat. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.